Oh boy.
Penthouse floor.
Who the hell is this chick?
Well, hello, sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office. I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
Right.
Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, in fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38,
Right, well, I have one.
You do?
Whoa! 2,000!
I'll take it and put it with the rest of the collection.
2,000 for a motherfucking snow globe! Aw, snap!
Well, hello.
I found that all the way back in Good Springs, too. What kind of robots are you?
Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security.
Right. Bye. Okay. I guess he's over there.
Have a nice day.
Shut up. So is he a robot or what? Where are these snow globes she was talking about? In fact, where's the king? I'm seeing all these robots. Ooh, I knew it. You're an AI. I can't believe it.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see? Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see down on the strip is just a fraction of the city's former glory, and yet, more than an echo, I preserved its spirit. Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it.
Let's get down to business then, Mr. House.
The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough. My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
Oh,
Well,
yes!
5 times the bonus, not 1 cap more. Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
What the hell are you?
What did you wish to know?
Well, that's worked.
It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite. It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second-in-command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to me.
Okay.
Sneaking into Benny's... There might be guards.
Alright. What are you, Mr. House?
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the new
I'm also a
Vegas Strip.
robot AI.
I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The 3 families are my employees.
Maybe it's a
Before the
brain
Great
in a
War
jar.
of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries. a vast computer and robotics corporation. Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicone. I see you've made a study of the topic. My knowledge of the science of longevity would fill several textbooks. Perhaps after a decade or two of economic reconstruction, I can commercialize these technologies and offer them to others, such as yourself. Let's just say it was very costly.
How did you establish New Vegas?
We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in. Don't let the...
Right, well, tell me about Benny then.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened. To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case...
Okay.
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be.
Wait, what is the platinum chip exactly?
Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Goodsprings is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed...
Okay.
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire... That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our... You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab of some sort. That's... I am the only person to hold any... To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars. Not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting. For decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it. And when it was finally discovered, we know how that turned out. Complete your... You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, this is important, attack this. I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home. Frontal assaults on casinos, not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming. And all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it.
Alright, well, let's go then, I think. Yeah, I don't care about that. Alright. Where is the snow globe frickin' place anyways?
Be advised, the Lucky 38 is not open to the general public. Trespassers will be shot. Thank you.
Ah, shut up.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to come you to the High Roller Suite.
Ooh.
You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together.
Nice.
Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see. Enjoy the...
Alright, well, let's go to the suite.
High roller suite.
Oh. I can upgrade my suite. That's cool, I guess. We've got a casino gambling room thing. Ah! The globes I've collected end up here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you multiply 6 times 2,000, that's a good 12,000 caps waiting out there. This place looks nice. The companions are outside though, so I'm gonna have to go tell them to come on. It's too bad I'm not really gonna be making use of this place. Alright, get me down to the... Let me check out the cocktail lounge. Ah. Just that, it's too bad there's no one here. So empty. So isolated.
Each and every one of you is wonderful in your own special way. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. Refugees in Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the Leggett.
I can take all these too. That's the best part.
Who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee
Okay.
told us the Leggett
Well,
took
let's
over
get down.
an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The Leggett then ordered 1/10 of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. In other news,
Nerd rage.
citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends.
I've got your back.
Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price.
Hey, you there. I
What
have
the?
a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Awfully dull.
Huh?
If
What?
that were the case.
Where the hell did you come from?
More classics coming right out for you, so stay tuned.
Ooh, cool. This guy's willing to recruit me into the NCR.
That's crazy.
Alright, so what am I gonna do? Where is he anyways? Oh. Oh.
That one must be important around here.
Hey, big guy. Looking for a good...
Howdy, Caleb.
Huh. So the Garretts sent you to track me down. What a joke.
And your hat.
I'd rather not waste the...
Damn. Good to meet you.
Homicide detected.
Alright. I'll take these. And that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Let this be an example to you guys. Anyone who ends up owing money to people that I work for, they're gonna die. Gonna be laid out on the street. Like this. Alright. Well, now that we have that done with, go back to quest and head over to the tops. Vault 21.
It's hard to sleep in this place.